We're back. We're on the clock. Did you miss me? Who are we taking? I like the draft so far. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's see who the Niners pick. Niners are on the clock. We're back. Finally back. Round 7. I took a little quick nap. We're on pick 227. I took a quick nap, man. I needed to. I was tired. I had some pizza, took a nap. I feel good. I posted a lot of content. If you guys saw on Instagram, Twitter, we're cooking. Whoa, they're way behind. You missed me? Appreciate you. Missed you. I think to go O-line, right? Honestly, what are we doing? This is a Salah heavy draft. This really is a Salah heavy draft. Honestly, I said this earlier. I think Robert Salah got the keys to the Ferrari, and he says, I'm going to roll. He let Kyle take a few picks. He said, screw it. Give me back the keys. It's all defense. But if you watch the games last year, defense was trash. It's just bad. I know the offense wasn't good either, but they got some dogs still. You know, Kittle and Ricky Pearsall and Juwan Jennings and CMC. I think they're happy enough with their offense. So we'll see. Oh, the pick is in. Pick is in. The pick is in. The pick is in. Click. Pick to click is in. Should have had pizza while watching the Warriors game. I got leftovers. We'll eat some later. You know, I have some leftover pizza. I love how they double down on DTs. Dude, the whole defense is going to be young. That's the only problem. They're very young. But I was looking at some film on Alfred Collins guy. He's like a Chris Jones type of guy, bro. Like, that's who we got. Chris Jones. I mean, if he can reach that type of caliber, holy smokes, can you imagine? Alfred Collins is a hog molly, man. He's good. Michael Williams, we've talked about him a lot, but I just really like those two guys they got. And CJ West, this guy is assed up the nose. He's gonna like pressure the gut. He's 100% DJ Jones replacement. This is a guy that's gonna be like DJ Jones. I was looking at his interviews. Dude, his interview was great. He said that he just violent. He wants to push people. His bio says, I hate quarterbacks. This guy's a dog, bro. The defense coach's pass rush couldn't get there in time for this selection. Oh, they going O-lineman, baby. They going finally an O-lineman. Jed York says the defensive coach's pass rush couldn't get there in time for the selection. They finally taken an offensive lineman to make everybody happy. Jed York, he gave out the clue. Jed York says the defensive coach's pass rush couldn't get there in time for the selection, so they're holding up. They're holding up. This guy blocked. He blocked the pass rush. They got an offensive lineman coming up, baby. Sheesh. They taking an offensive lineman. They taking an offensive lineman here. They taking an O-lineman. QB? Are they going QB? We drafted a quarterback? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the? Oh, they went QB? Hold up. Hold up. Who did they get? 49ers are drafting. Who did they draft? Who the heck they draft? Oh, Curtis Rourke. Curtis Rourke! What are they doing? If you're going to take a quarterback, you could have went against Shador. Oh, bro, what is that? Oh, Mac Jones, your days are numbered. They took a quarterback? Indiana quarterback, Curtis Rourke. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, the comments are going to be spicy. They took a quarterback? I thought they were, oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, they took oh, my God. This is Kyle Shanahan pick. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. A quarterback. A quarterback. A quarterback. Wow. Oh, my God. What did they need a quarterback, bro? Wow. 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 I mean, I guess there was an offensive lineman available. Is he better than is he gonna be better than um Tanner Mordecai? That's the question. Is he better than Tanner Mordecai? Oh my god. Wow. I'm shook. Wow. Oh wow. I am shook, bro. I am absolutely shook. They took a quarterback. I mean, wow. I mean, he was definitely a good quarterback for Indiana, but that's crazy. That's crazy. That actually is crazy to me that they took a. He threw over 10,000 yards. I was just about to say, yeah, he set a lot of records. He set a lot of records, dude, in Indiana. But Jesus, man, unbelievable. Jesus, man, that's crazy. Fans are not happy. Fans are not happy about this. Wow. Wow. Shocking. It's a shocking pick, ladies and gentlemen. I don't ever see him being a starter in the NFL, quite honestly. And I'm not surprised to see him sitting here still without a team. You know, time to evaluate to get healthy. Yeah, so you would see him, it's like, you know, there's a Michigan game. You would say, oh my gosh, okay, that's the guy that was the number one quarterback on his pretty class. Hold up. Against Alabama, before that, you could say, there it is, you got to figure it out. But then he would get hurt. Or then you would have games like the Oklahoma game where he would throw it in away with that season. So, when you are sitting at Texas legend, college football, top tier. Wow. Wow. People are not happy. You guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm shocked it's quarterback. I mean, I think we all wanted offensive lineman. Crazy. Wow, that was the first miss. That was the first miss of the draft. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you. That was the first miss of the draft. What the heck was that, dude? What are we doing? I honestly am shook. That to me was crazy, dude. Like I actually can't believe they took Curtis Rourke, quarterback. Like unbelievable, unbelievable. That is shocking to me. It's shocking to me. The 49ers. Oh. He said, I don't want to transfer. I've done that once. He's a Texas kid. He wanted to be remembered as a Texas quarterback. He said, going to Notre Dame, going to Miami, and taking the money, which he did once. He went from high school to wow. I guess they didn't like Tanner Mordecai. They got Mac Jones. They got Brock Purdy. He got Tanner Mordecai and Curtis Rourke. It's your fourth quarterback. I can't. They need an offensive lineman. I think this was crazy because you needed a lineman right here, not an offensive quarterback, dude. I'm so shook, dude. Jesus, man. Wow. And you know what? Sometimes it sounds like you're being disrespectful when you just don't see it in the player.
and you're not really, you're just trying to objectively be honest about it. And like, look, the draft speaks for itself, right? This is a valuation exercise, and the NFL is valued in the way, in terms of them saying the same thing. We just don't see it right now. That's what we're not seeing it. Hopefully, you can find a place to lock on. Let's go down to the stage now. Select. I want to give a special shout out to Vergarico, Verizon, and the NFL. What was it a wonderful all great here?
Unbelievable. I maybe, I don't know. I got to post. How are you feeling? The 49ers.
With the 231st pick in the 2025 NFL draft, the Miami Dolphins select Quinn Ewers, QB.
Wow.
Sometimes serendipity works out with our discussion. One Dolphins fan not thrilled about it, but maybe, look, another argument. They brought Zach Wilson in also to back up Tua. They try to get it healthy. You see what Quinn did at Texas, 27 straight games to the touchdown pass. He had
unbelievable. Lightweight frustrated. Let's talk about this. Okay. Logan freaking Brown, Holling, Pierce. I could see offensive line next. Are they planning on trading for O-line? Because it makes no sense. Why sign Mac Jones? That's my thoughts, Kai. Why are you signing Mac Jones when you take a quarterback and you got – it just makes no sense, dude. It makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense, guys.
That CC championship game and 3 playoff games thereafter, 7 touchdowns and 5 picks. So inconsistency.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow.
We didn't see it. We saw the touch. We saw some accuracy on those throws. I saw that Alabama game where he fouled me over.
Crazy. Crazy. Unbelievable. Woo! This draft has been freaking frustrating and depressing since California, man. We need a tight end and offensive lineman. 7th round quarterback. It's not like he drafted round 1. I get that. I get that. It's a 7th rounder. So if you're going to gamble, I mean, Brock Purdy was a 7th rounder, but you already have Brock Purdy on your roster. So it's definitely interesting because you need offensive linemen, you know? I mean, at this point, who's going to be the guy that steps up? Who's going to be your offensive lineman? You know what I mean? Who's it going to be? It's going to be, I don't know. You know, do you have guys on your practice squad? Are you that confident in who you have on your roster? I mean, the Niner fans, like I said, they're screaming offensive line, and the 49ers are not even engaging in offensive line. It's a choice. Crazy, man. It's definitely a choice. I mean, I get it. They love Brendel. So, I mean, again, the Niners have told us over the last couple of weeks, like John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, this is what I said earlier, they love those guys. They love who they have. Like, I know Niner fans don't, but the Niners, they like who they have, you know? And, you know, they like Colton McKivitz. They like Ben Barch, you know? Again, we may not like them. We probably think they should get other people. But what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I'm not even going to lie to you, bro. When I saw that, I was like, who? Curtis Rourke? Why? What? I'm actually shook that they took this guy. Curtis Rourke. Guess I should follow him on Twitter now. Oh, man. Let's take a look at this guy. Curtis Rourke. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did he tear his ACL? guy had a record-setting season for them. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Oh, Smitty's not happy. They're blowing my phone up. Let's see. Let's see what the seventh-round quarterback for Kyle. Transfer from Ohio. Look, he was a transfer from Ohio. He set a single-season school record with 29 touchdown passes, led Indiana to the college football playoff despite suffering a knee injury in August. It turned out to be a torn ACL. He underwent surgery January 8th and was cleared to resume throwing. He can play the position, an AFC coordinator said. Tough in the pocket. So this guy tore his ACL, came back, led them to a playoffs, and he set a record in touchdowns. In 48 total college games, he's completed 67% of his passes, so 46 starts, 10,692 yards, 79 touchdowns with 21 interceptions. He ran for 13 more scores. He tied an Indiana school record with 6 touchdown passes in a 66-0 win over Purdue. I don't think his game translates very good to the NFL, an AFC quarterbacks coach said. He throws an amazing back shoulder fade. He throws RPOs. And I think those things will be taken away as he doesn't do much else. But in college, it was unbelievable. And so you get a guy that's not going to be good in – how's he going to protect? How's he going to protect Brock Purdy, man? That's wild. Crazy. Ah, man. Tanner Mordecai was on the board. Or you already have Tanner Mordecai on your team. I don't know. It's crazy to me. You already have Tanner Mordecai. You already have Mac Jones. You need an offensive lineman. I get it. A 7th rounder, you're not going to get like a massive guy, but I feel like you take a lineman over a quarterback. That's just my take on it. You do take an offensive lineman over a quarterback, unless they just really don't like Tanner Mordecai, or you sign. What did you sign Mac Jones for if you were going to draft a quarterback? You know, I get it. Backup quarterback, he's supposed to come in and be ready and all that, yada, yada, yada. But that's crazy, man. Oh, man.
Start your luxury journey now at Mercedes-Benz of Stevens Creek in San Jose.
Wow. This is a big – it's going – people are not happy about this. People are – wow. We got to get 2 offensive linemen. Yeah. Chelsea says, by judging by the chat, I picked the worst time to go to the gym. You did. So the 49ers just drafted a quarterback. They drafted Curtis Rourke, Indiana Hoosiers quarterback. That's who they did. That's who they took. Crazy. Let him run for his life. Screw protect the quarterback. This crazy. Honestly, this is so crazy because the 49ers right now, they're not getting anybody to protect Brock Purdy. They're saying whatever we got, whatever you're gonna use, dude. Crazy, dude. Crazy. Crazy.
Receiver who started his career in Troy, undersized guy.
Curtis Rourke. Sounds familiar to Kurt Warner. It's Curtis Rourke. He sounds nothing like Kurt Warner. How many more picks do we have? 2 more, ladies and gentlemen. 2 Poppy says the front office is content with what we have at offensive line. It is what it is. That's basically what I've been saying. They're happy with who we have. We're not happy. This is the worst pick. That's crazy, dude. I I didn't think they were going to get a quarterback. Honestly, I didn't think they were going to draft a quarterback, dude. What did this guy do to you personally? He was drafted by the 49ers. They got 3 quarterbacks, bro. What do you need? Oh, my God, dude. Unbelievable. Dog, C-Mac, Vlad, look this. C-Mac says the Niners have taken 0 O-linemen, LMAO. He says, we just took a QB, LMAO. Salah is a great defensive coach, but I'm good with. He says, oh, wait. I can't believe it. Everybody's crashing out over this. We flip out for nothing. I don't know. I think Niners should have got an offensive lineman there. But again, at 7th round, is there like a quality O-line that's going to be able to come in right away? Probably not. At this point, you're getting value picks, depth picks. I mean, I get it, but a quarterback is crazy when you have 3 already on the roster at this point, and you already have, you signed Mac Jones, you got Tanner Mordecai. To me, it's telling me that Tanner Mordecai has to work for that QB3 spot, Maybe this got to be practice squad. The 49ers do, carry 3 quarterbacks on the roster, and they always have one in the cut on practice squad. So maybe that's what Rourke's going to be. Next year, they'll get rid of Mac Jones. You got Tanner Mordecai will still be around, and then Curtis Rourke will move up, or they get another veteran quarterback. Like, that's what they've kind of done over the last couple of years, right? They had Sam Darnold, they had Tanner Mordecai, Josh Dobbs. They've had 4 quarterbacks through the years sometimes. So it is wild. And the Niners definitely get injured, and you just never know. You need insurance policies. So I see that. They're the biggest example of, Jimmy Garoppolo, he was hurt, Trey Lance was hurt, and then here comes Brock Purdy. Oh my God. So you never know what's going to happen. I mean, I hope Brock Purdy doesn't get hurt. I hope nobody gets hurt. But if he was to get hurt and then Mac Jones gets hurt, you're kind of cooked, right? So then you have Tanner Mordecai and Curtis Rourke. A lot of people right now are saying if you're going to take a quarterback, you should have got Shador. Maybe Shador didn't fit what they wanted, So there's going to be people saying all types of things. That's definitely going to be a a big point of emphasis from some content creators. I could already see people are going to say, oh, they should have got Shador. I could see Grant Cohn running with that headline. You know what I mean? So definitely crazy. Crazy.
Earlier today, I like this game. I thought the Syracuse, but went out to Syracuse. All-time leader. There was second final 119. 64 of those came this season. We're going to do it all together. Over 1,000 yards rushing, 16 rushing.
Very few offensive linemen being picked. That means they're not that great. Yeah, it's probably like I said, at this point in the 7th round, the offensive linemen available probably not that good, right? Let's hear what the great Dave Lombardi tweeted out. He says, people should stop pretending this is surprising. The 49ers were going to add a quarterback. They only had 3, always carry 4 in the building. This guy said that. Drafting a quarterback, the most important position, means the 49ers have 4 years of contractual control instead of just 3. Yeah, but I still think the big point is we should still address the offensive line. The 49ers typically have carried 4 quarterbacks in the building under Kyle Shanahan. Curtis Rourke is that 4th quarterback. You heard it here first. Brock Purdy, Mac Jones, Tanner Mordecai, Curtis Rourke. Expect 3 to make the 53 and 1 to practice squad. New quarterback Curtis Rourke has an injury history, but San Francisco will laud his toughness. He played through all of 2024 with a torn ACL. He wore a heavy brace on it. This man played through the season with a torn ACL. Well, he recovered from it, but tough as nails, dude. Yeah. Crazy. They took a quarterback, dude. Wild, huh?
moisturizing body wash that locks in 7 times moisturization.
Crazy.
Clean moisturizing.
We're gonna get undrafted ballers. Z says, Lombardi's the fakest podcaster. He isn't complaining about the pick. It's crazy that he'll back up everything, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. You saw I was like shook. I was surprised. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? I'm gonna be okay, but I can understand the outrage. I can understand the outrage of everybody. I know there's gonna be undrafted players. The 49ers typically do well in undrafted, but I mean, it is I think you could have got Curtis Rourke undrafted. That's my point. Chris says maybe the coaches see something in the offensive line that we don't, and they always 100%. I've been saying that. I feel like the coaches, they like who they have at O-line. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that they're happy with who they have. I know Niner fans aren't. And you're right, defense wins championships. The 49ers stacked this defense. Robert Saleh took control of this draft, and he said defense, 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 defense. That's what it is. We could have got the same quarterback undrafted. Definitely a take. Salah's picks were awesome, says Robert. Kyle sucked. Yeah, a lot of people are not happy on Kyle. Dude is 6'5", 223. He's built, man. He's tough. Like, the fact that he was able to come back, have 29 touchdowns after a torn ACL, he's a tough-ass dude. Like, that is pretty impressive. He set a lot of records for Indiana. I mean, I think he's a good quarterback, but from what the scouts are saying, maybe he's not good enough for the NFL. But they said the same thing about Brock Purdy. So it's always smart to insulate your quarterback room with more depth. I don't hate it, but I just think maybe you could have got him undrafted, but it's okay. Again, I think the biggest takeaway is they're happy with their O-line, and there's nobody available that's probably good enough, right? So I think that's it. That's the biggest takeaway. Niner fans aren't happy. Let's see what they're saying. Let's see. I posted a question. How are you feeling? This guy, wise guy, says Basura should have went for an OT or center, guard type prospect, wasted pick, garbage pick. He needs to bulk up a little bit to play guard, I think. Purdy worked out pretty well. Got to have a third QB when the O-line gets Purdy and Matt killed. Maybe that's what they're thinking. We need some offensive line. Fred said, I don't really get it. They have Mac Jones. He'd be competing at best for backup role and probably third string option. Yeah, Niner fans are not happy. This guy said that's why not pick Ewers if you're going to pick quarterback? I think Ewers was not good to me. So trash pick. I feel great. How you feel? Can Jed York play as guard? Kicker's next. Waste of a pick. Great backup. Respect. This kid is tough. Played all 2024 with the torn ACL, which we said. Why? Does he play center? Terrible. Ewers is a dog. I don't think Ewers is a dog. A little weird, but needed QB depth. The pick sucks. Thumbs down. No O-line. The draft is in shambles. Y'all, oh my God. People went from the draft was woo to the draft was one pick changes their mind. This is crazy. These fans are not happy. I don't know. I don't think it was the greatest pick in the world, but it's not the worst pick in the world. It's a controversial pick, that's for sure. It's a controversial. I need you to inject the fans with some New Day positivity. Listen, I'm going to let people speak their mind. If you don't want to be positive about the pick, that's cool. But I will say that defense we drafted, is good, man. I'm telling you. Listen, I like the defense that we drafted because if you look at that team last year, okay, you lost Jerry Greenline, you lost Hufunga, you lost Hargrave, you lost a lot of defensive talent, and Charvarius Ward, you lost him, and you needed to build some defensive players, and also Robert Saleh needed to kind of revamp that defensive line because it was piss poor. Nick Sorensen gave him trash. Nick Sorensen gave him a bag of trash, and he basically cleaned up the front porch and put together a really good defense. Now, the weapons that they drafted, not horrible. I think they drafted, a running back and a wide receiver that could help in special teams right away. And we'll see if they get integrated into the offense. The wide receiver they drafted, Jordan Watkins, he says, it's going to be hard to, have a big impact because, Kyle Shanahan and rookies, he said it already. Kyle Shanahan and rookies, he knows it takes a lot. He says he understands he has to block. The running back they got, Frank Gore seems to really like the guy. He was approved by him, according to Jed York. And he's a grinder, man. He just grinds through. I don't know if you guys watched I was watching some film before they, came back and draft. He's a really, really, really tough runner. And, now you got CMC and Garando, two fast guys, right? Finesse type guys. And then you got this grinder. So you got to replace Jordan Mason, and they replaced Jordan Mason. So I think that was, a solid pickup at running back. So. Plus Trent Williams, who's missed a lot last year. They will be better if he stays healthy. I think that's a big key for the offensive line. This team is going to bank on players staying healthy, right? You need Kittle to stay healthy. You need CMC to stay healthy, Brock Purdy to stay healthy, Trent Williams, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa. You need those guys that are your star pillars to stay healthy. And Trent Williams is among them. This offensive line is a whole different story when Trent's healthy. When he's not, it's not the same. We all know it. Jalen Moore held his own, but he's not Trent Williams. And I think he makes this whole offensive line different. So hopefully he's healthy, but it's going to be a battle between Ben Barch and Spencer Burford at left guard. And it's going to be a battle to see if anybody can steal the center spot from Jake Brendel. They got a Drake Nugent. Last year he was undrafted. Maybe he comes along and takes that role. So again, we'll see. Yeah, defense is stacked.
You used one of these about 3 hours ago, right?
They drafted a quarterback. No, they're crashing out, dude. It's not good. They hate it, dude. They hate it. They're crashing out, dude. All right, you get to redeem yourself tonight.
All of you guys are coming for me.
Yeah, are the Warriors gonna win tonight?
I don't know.
You said okay. This is all you know. All you gotta say is yes. Are the Warriors winning tonight? You don't know. Are the Warriors winning tonight?
I don't know.
Get out of here. Just get out of here. Get out of here. The Rockets, you know that. Oh my God, get out of here. Unbelievable. They're in the playoffs, obviously. She's killing it. Yeah, of course Steph Curry's playing. Maybe. Get out of here. A close game,
but
huh?
The Warriors will win, but it's gonna be close.
Okay, that's all you gotta say. You're good. You're not grounded anymore. Get out of here. Oh my God.
Yeah, it would be close.
Okay, get out of here. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. MSQ says Curtis is a perfect Niners since no one likes him already. That's so bad. When's our next pick? When is the next pick? Where we at? Where we at in the draft? The Rams just made a pick. Oh man. I can't believe they drafted a quarterback. It's kind of funny, dude. Like thinking about it, it's kind of crazy they drafted a quarterback, dude. Let's be honest. Is Butler playing tonight, Jimmy? He's questionable, right? Did they announce? Took a nap earlier. Might have missed it. The 49ers trade the last two picks for Shedeur Sanders. Black Mamba still available. Kobe Bryant. Let's go. Let's go. Hurricane says Curtis is going to be competing for the QB3 spot. He's coming for Tanner Mordecai's spot. That's what I said. I said he's going to be competing for a QB3. Like, is he going to be taking that QB3, or is he going to be practice squad quarterback? That's basically what it's going to come down to. Probable, huh? He went from questionable to probable. Jimmy Buckets is playing, dude. I don't know about that. Someone get Shiloh. Please don't get Shiloh. No. You want to talk about someone who's not a good player. Shiloh. He'll go undrafted. Curtis will be the future backup once Jones leaves. He will be a future backup. But at the end of the day, like, the one big takeaway you have to understand is at the 7th round, it's not like you're getting a generational offensive lineman. You're not getting a generational offensive lineman. You're not getting a first, starting. You're not getting a starting tackle or guard. I think at this point in the draft, you have to understand you're not getting an offensive lineman that's going to come in and start right away. So why waste the pick on a lineman that's going to be a bench player? I mean, yeah, might as well waste it on a backup quarterback that might actually play in a year or two if there's an injury or something. So same thing with the offensive lineman. It's probably going to be a guy that would play in a year or two based on injury. So at this point, these 7th round picks are just depth fillers. They're just fillers. But quarterback definitely was controversial at that point. That was wild. That is kind of. Let's see. Let's see. The Ravens, yeah, they did take a kicker. The Ravens took a kicker because they got the whole situation right with their kicker. What's his name? That fool that had the massages. What's the dang guy's name? Think of his name off the top of my head. Tucker, yeah, Tucker. The kicker, Tucker. He's probably done. He's probably cooked. So the Ravens took a kicker. It's unfortunate they had to draft a kicker. So Justin Tucker. All right, we're getting closer to our pick. We're about, I think, 7 picks away. We're a couple of picks away. Who are they picking? At this point, if Kyle Shanahan has the keys, I don't know who they're picking, dude. Let me call Kyle real quick. Yo, Kyle! Salah let you back in the draft room, huh? Nice pick, quarterback. Curtis Rourke, I love him. Gritty, he's tough. 4th quarterback on the team, huh? I get it. You taking an O-lineman? They're not good enough right now in 7th round. I figured. You taking a running back again? Tight end? What about tight end? We need a tight end. Go grab me a tight end, please. Can you give me a tight end? All right, give me a tight end, man. That's what I want. I'm striking out today. Can you give me a tight end today? That's it. That's all I want. Tight end, and I'll let you draft whatever else you want. I talked to Robert. Yeah, let me talk to the real coach in there. Or sorry, your DC in there. Robert Slot. Yo, big Robert, big Bob. Yo, you killing this draft. You gonna let Kyle take any picks? You give him one more pick? All right. I told him get a tight end. Can you tell him to give me a tight end? We need a tight end, man. All right. Thanks, man. Hey, keep killing the draft. Yeah, I love it. You killing it, man. All gas, no brakes. Yada to mean? All gas, no brakes. Yada to mean? All right, love you, Bob. Take care, man. So it's gonna be a tight end. I just talked to Kyle Shanahan. He says it's gonna be a tight end coming up here, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be a tight end. Am I saying that Curtis is a worse pick than Moody? You know what? Actually, no. Actually, I don't think it is a worse pick. You pick a kicker in the 3rd round, dude. That might be one of their worst picks of all time. I don't think Curtis Rourke was is a horrible pick. It's a 7th rounder. It's value pick. I just think it was wild at that. Like my initial reaction when they picked the quarterback, I was like, oh, dude, I just knew Niner fans are not going to react well to this because everybody wants an offensive line. But we've talked about it. April made a great point. At 7th round, offensive line at this point is probably not that good. So I think I've come down from that initial shock because it was a shock value type pick. But it's not horrible. You need backups in this league at quarterback. They've done a good enough job in getting a quarterback. But I think the problem is the 49ers need an offensive lineman so bad in the eyes of many, right? That it's like, why didn't you get an offensive line? I feel like fans would have felt so much better. They would have felt just great if they would have got an offensive line. I mean, that's the message. That's everybody's tweeting me, texting me. That's what it is. So, but a 7th round lineman, who are you getting? You know? So. I reacted like this because fans reacted. No, I reacted. That was my legit react. When I saw them pick a quarterback, I was like, oh my God. I was surprised. I didn't think they were taking a quarterback. Come on, man. I did not think they were taking a quarterback at all in this draft. I was shook. I thought they'd go undrafted and get a quarterback. So to use a draft pick on a quarterback, I was legitimately shocked. And I knew the fans were going to be that way. That was my reaction. I was like, oh man. Because I knew fans were going to be like just ripping it. And I'm indifferent here at the end of the day. Like, if he works out down the line, cool. If not, it is what it is. But it's just surprising when you were a 6-win team and you probably could have used a lineman or another pick, safety, corner, tight end, wide. I don't know. There's value out there at other positions that I feel like you could have drafted before a quarterback is all I'm saying. I was definitely shook. Yeah. And I think the other issue is if you were going to get a quarterback, there was other ones, right? Ewers was on the board, although I don't think Ewers is good. I thought he was very, very mediocre in the bowl games. If they would have put Arch Manning in for Ewers, I think they would have. Maybe Texas would have won. I don't know. I'm not a big Ewers guy. I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh my God, if you were going to draft quarterback, get Ewers." I think it would have been just about the same. I think Ewers and Rourke at this point, tomato. Honestly, I really do. Oh, yeah, undrafted. They might go undrafted for offensive. I mean, they're obviously going to get at least one offensive lineman undrafted.
I'm here at Crocodile Underload at Australian Zoo, and I am so excited. We are so excited for this very important announcement. So, without any further ado, with the 242nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select.
Is that the Croc Hunter's son, Robert Irwin? Is that his son? Rest in peace to the Croc Hunter, Robert Irwin. Is that the son? Is that the son of the Croc Hunter, man? I didn't know. Did he have a son? I didn't know he had a son. Good for him. I missed that guy. Rest in peace to the Croc Hunter, man. Sahaj says he will be pissed if they draft a kicker or a punter. I think they could go punter. I think they might draft a punter or a kicker. I think they'll draft a kicker, huh? No, they said they're going to get a veteran, so I'm wrong. They're going to get a veteran kicker. Is that the Croc Hunter's son? Irwin? I'm not going to look that up. I actually need to look that up. Croc Hunter. Yeah, Robert Irwin. That's his son, man. Is the son of late Steve Irwin, the star of The Crocodile Hunter. He's carrying on his father's legacy as a conservationist and zookeeper. He's also a television personality. Good for that's awesome, man. He's the son of Steve Irwin. That's cool, man. Is Wisnowski cook? Robert Irwin is our new kicker. Is Wisnowski cook? I don't know if he's cooked, but he did have some injuries through the last couple of years. Bro, the Rams draft, they got Chris Paul Jr., Quinata Mumfield. They got a good draft. Ty Hamilton. Rams know how to draft, man. 2 picks away. He has a son and a daughter. I didn't know that, Chelsea. I knew he had a daughter. I didn't know he had a son. I knew he had a daughter. I've seen her like on social media a couple times, but I didn't know he had a son. That's pretty cool. Carry on the legacy, man. I love it. He's a major part in running his sanctuary. It's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Look at that. We come for 49ers football, but we stay for Croc Hunter talk. That's what we do. We stay for Croc Hunter talk. 2 picks away, April. We are so close. What was Jed York's tweet for the quarterback pick? It was a pick. I thought he was tweeting about offensive line. Let me go back to it. Damn. His tweet was, the defensive coach's pass rush couldn't get there in time for this selection. So I thought it was O-line because they couldn't get past the block. I don't know. That's the way I looked at it. It says the defensive coach's pass rush couldn't get there in time. But it makes sense. Pass rush couldn't get to the quarterback in time. He got rid of the ball. Wow. Everybody thought it was O-line. Everybody. Yeah. Yeah, everybody thought it was going to be I think that's another reason why I was shocked. Yeah, going back, let's talk about this. Let's run it back cuz when Jed York tweeted this, the defensive coach's pass rush couldn't get there in time for the selection. I 100% thought it was going to be O-line. The way he said that. And then when he took a quarterback, I was like, "Oh, that's a choice." They pulled the rope-a-dope on us. They pulled the rope-a-dope on us. Maybe Jed thought it was too. Yeah, we got to kill time between the picks somehow. Tell us the tweet before the pick. Yeah, of course. I got you guys. Oh, he did it. It's O-line. Okay, Jed York just tweeted. No one suggested O-line to me, but what the heck? Oh, finally an O-line. Jed York, he just gave us a clue. He said no one has suggested O-line to me. That's BS. Everybody suggested to him. But what the heck? What the heck? They're going to give us an O-line. Jed York's on a heater, man. Jed York. There it is. No one suggested an O-line to me, but what the heck? The 49ers are on the clock at 2:49. They're going to take an offensive lineman. Oh, man. If he does not get us an O-line, he is so cooked, chat. Listen, Jed York just tweeted, no one suggested an O-line to me, but what the heck? Oh, my God. Finally, they're going O-line. Fans are going to be happy. Fans are going to be happy. Fans are going to be so happy. Oh, this is it. They're going to be so happy. Fans are going to be so happy now that they got an offensive lineman. Ladies and gentlemen, they're going to be so happy. Jed York is crazy, man. It was actually funny, dude. That was actually so funny because he says, nobody's suggesting offensive linemen to me. Literally, the entire 49er community is suggesting offensive line. Like, I'm sure he's on Twitter going, hey, guys, you think we should take it all? You think we should take a – hey, Jet, hey, Kyle, hey, John, Salah, can we take it all? Can we take it all? Nobody suggested me. He's probably looking through the comments. Go, oh, shit. Can you imagine him going through, like, social media going, oh, shit. That is actually hilarious, dude. Chelsea says, Jed is that guy at the family party who insists on doing a toast, and it's a bit. Oh, my God, dude. That is actually hilarious. He probably was, like, going through the tweets going, oh, shit. Oh, crap. Okay. According to Matt Lively, Steve Kerr is still unsure if Jimmy Butler will play in Game 3. Oh, my God. We are on the clock. I hope they don't get an offensive lineman now just to piss everybody off. Just to piss off everybody off. What if we pick a kicker here? Oh, God. The Niner fans might actually kill Jed York. Who do I want? I mean, I guess I want an offensive lineman at this point. What do we got to lose? What do we got to lose at this? This is pick number 249. It's almost Mr. Irrelevant, man. Here it is. The pick the click is coming up. I better charge my phone before it dies and I can't post it. That'd be tough. Oh, are they going to get Willie Lampkin? What if they get Willie Lampkin? Logan Brown. If they get Willie Lampkin, I might have to check in on Larry Krueger, dude. If they get Willie Lampkin, 100% I'm checking in. There it is. They just drafted Connor Colby, Iowa guard, Connor Colby. That's it. They got a lineman, ladies and gentlemen. They did it. They got a lineman. They got an offensive lineman. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the 49ers have did it. They got themselves an offensive lineman. They got a guard. This is going to be a guy that competes for that left guard spot. You best believe it. You best believe it. You better believe it. Start spreading the news. We got a guard. Iowa guy. Oh, Kittle's going to be floored with this one. He's going to love it. They finally got a lineman. Woo! Connor Colby, baby. Find a good picture of him, though. Doesn't have a lot of good pictures here. Oh, that's a good one. Nice glossy picture. That's what we need. We got it. Connor Colby, baby. They finally got us an offensive lineman. Connor Colby. Kittle's going to be happy. Iowa guy. Pick 249. They got a lineman, baby. There it is. They got a lineman, baby. Pick 249. Iowa Connor Colby. Put him on the board. Put him on the board. Yes. Put him on the board. We got a lineman, man. Let's go. We got a lineman. Got a lineman. We got a lineman. We got a lineman. We got a guard. We finally got us a guard, man. I'm happy. Aaron Banks, he's gone. So they replaced him with the corn-fed boy from Iowa. You got to like it. You got to love it. Now, here's the thing. He's still got to beat out Ben Barch. He's still got to beat out Spencer Burford. Now they got competition, but I like it. I like it. I mean, they needed it. They needed offensive linemen. They needed it.
Situation, whether he's injured. Last night we saw him take quarterback in the second round, time of shot. Veteran college player, been through a lot of injuries. Field and I over the he said we've been Hotford's dog Murphy celebrating the selection as well. Also very well prepared for a quarterback.
Kittle likes it. Kittle is happy. He just tweeted out, yes. Kittle just approved. Kittle approved, baby. Oh, we're back again. We got 252. We're back. We're back.
I think you will see him be a starter in very, very short order. The last pick that the Saints have taken so far, though they are still.
We got one more pick. He's a scheme fit, baby. We cooking. We cooking it up. Cooking it up in the pot. Six guard at that. I know we're on the clock. I am behind. I'm sorry. It's because I'm trying to get all this content out. I just posted the highlight video on Twitter. We got Connor Colby. Niners are on the clock. Niners on the clock. Niners on the clock. Bang, bang. Niner gang. Niner on the clock. We are on the clock. Let's see. Did Jed York tweet out again? Let's see what Jed York tweet. He hasn't tweeted anything. Come on, Jetty. Jetty boy. The 49ers social media team, they put giving the people what they want. And George Kittle said, yes. Yeah. The 49ers social media team knows what they're doing, giving the people what they want. Love it. Kittle knows. He likes it. Here it is. Pick to click. Who's the pick to click? Here we go. Here we go.
But end up playing guard at the level. Played two spot. He would have an excellent size, 6'5", 220 pounds, nearly 34 sharp. Got a massive bear blocking left inches, and as well, very experienced player. Now, here. Look.
Got us no lineman. The pick in. Montana wide receiver. There it is. We got the. Oh, shit. What's the pick? Junior Bergen. I never heard of him. Junior. They took a wide receiver. Junior Bergen is the pick. Junior Bergen. Kyle Shanahan did not draft. He did not draft a tight end in this draft. He went. Got a wide receiver here. Junior Bergen. We got Junior Bergen. Let's see. Let's get this pick up. 49ers' last pick was a wide receiver. Junior Bergen. Pick 252. That's it for the picks. We're going to post this up. The 49ers gave you one offensive lineman. One offensive lineman the 49ers gave you and me and everybody else. They got us a wide receiver with Junior Bergen from Montana. The final pick of the 49ers draft. It's time for undrafted free agents. Keep your notifications on because we are going to make sure we get them all down. It's going to be a wild, wild time in getting all these posts out. But that's it. 49ers will be back live. They've drafted a wide receiver, Junior Bergen. I'm going to get this pick up.
I think a lot of it is hanging right now on that goal. I think he's coming to 1 or 1A. Put Jordan Love, they signed Jordan Love for a big contract extension. The wide receiver is really underwhelmed. Christian Watson, he's injured. He's going to be coming off of injury. Guys like Octavian Wicks, Romeo Dobbs, these guys have to take a step up. They have to become dependable for him in order for them to keep pace in the NFC and keep pace in this division already, where Jared Goff is off to a wicked start. They see bigger was the next man off the board going to Miami. But you think of Miami, that's been a concept for taking bigger inside. I mean, this is unbelievable.
That's it. Draft class is up. A lot of free agent. Bring on the UDFAs. We'll be back for it. They got a wide receiver at their final pick and offensive lineman right before that. So we'll be back a little later. Go Warriors. We'll be back. I'm going to get all these undrafted people. I'm going to post, see some highlights. That's it. We'll be back. Big draft. Day 3 was definitely interesting. Those last couple picks. Kyle Shanahan took control. Rob Salah had control at the beginning. We'll talk about this later. Junior Bergen, wide receiver, Montana, and offensive lineman, Connor Colby. Those are their last 2 picks. We'll be back later. Go Niners. Go Warriors. Love you. I don't know about the Bergen pick. They probably could have went tight end, but it is what it is. You need depth at wide receiver. Maybe he could be a return man. I don't hate it. It's the last pick, your 7th pick. Kyle Shanahan probably want to get out of there. So we'll see. Undrafted free agents coming up next. Stay tuned.